Hello everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Suman Mukherjee, who is the author of our book Deep in the Dark, which was published recently. Suman Mukherjee was born in Chittaranjan, a railway-owned industrial township in West Bengal, famous for production of locomotives and diesel works. Both his father and grandfather worked for the Indian Railways, and he proudly refers to himself as a Rail Putra. Suman spent the initial 24 years of his life in the city of Nawabs or the city of Tehzeeb, that's Lucknow, earning his master's degree before starting to work for Procter & Gamble, which was the first and the last company he worked for. He believes that he was Procter & Gamble's biggest gamble. Suman chose to be a writer, and his first book was published in 2016. His creative works pertain to different genres, from a crime investigation to a political thriller to a love story, and to the latest, Deep in the Dark, which is the genre of horror. Suman has traveled extensively, absorbing the diverse human ethos and cultures, and is a foodie. Reading has been his passion since childhood, apart from his other passion, that's cricket. Suman loves being around children and believes that children are the best storytellers, who can make you laugh and cry either by words or through their actions. Deep in the Dark is Suman's fifth book. We are very happy to have you here, sir.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for the team of Deep in the Dark who really helped me to get this published, and it came out very well. Thank you so much.
So, we would like our readers the audience to listen more from you. And the first question that we would have for you is that how did you come up with the idea of writing this book in the genre of horror, Deep in the Dark?
Okay, the idea was with me for quite some time, but I think it was a few of my friends who always used to talk about writing this genre.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get a thrill in storytelling when it always used to come to horror. I used to enjoy that. I mean, the verbal part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, one is because of the friends who always used to ask me to do this. The second one is that when you write horror, horror is more about you are writing something which is devoid of much logic, but still instills fear.
Yes.
Now, when you say if you have a tiger in front of you and you are fearful or scared about it, there is a logic behind it. But here there is no logic. To quantify something which is not logic or not logical and which is very subjective through words is always a challenge. And I thought that I will take up this challenge. And that's the reason to start with, it was a short story.
Mm-hmm.
And if people like it over a period of time, then maybe later on it will be a full-fledged novel of horror. But yes, this is a genre which is the most difficult, I think, to write. So I took it up as a challenge.
That's great to know. This is your fifth book. So, what was your inspiration behind treading on this literary journey? As in writing 5 books and then still more in the offing, there has to be some great inspiration for that.
I think the only inspiration was that I wanted to do something very different.
Yes.
I had worked in a corporate for around 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that let me do something which is very different, which I love, where I can spend a lot of time with that craft, and just to make my mind more pleasant, plus to give some joy to my readers. I think that is the only inspiration. And just to on a, you can say, philosophical side, I don't look to anybody for inspiration, because don't look up at anybody, don't look down at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just see things as they are and just enjoy what you want to do. That is that's the only reason of writing or getting into this. It makes me pleasant. That is the only reason.
Yeah. So the creativity comes out when you feel joy in the task that you're doing. If we talk about any your experiences or any obstacles that you faced while writing, or any such points that the future readers or writers who want to enter this field, they should know? If you could just brief about that, sir.
See, about the obstacle, and I would not call it an obstacle, but when you do a 9 to 5 job, that too in a great organization, to leave those things requires a certain amount of detachment.
Yes.
Because the human mind is always seeks comfort.
Yes.
So more comfortable you are, the more happy you are, supposedly.
Yes.
So to leave that, that was, I will not say an obstacle, but it was a big decision in terms of, because I had another, say 12 years of my career left, 12 to 13 years at least. So that was one. So what I did was that when you decide on something, and if you are not able to decide, which in this case it was a bit difficult, then it is always better to think what you don't want to do rather than what you want to do. Because sometimes you get confused of what I really want to do. It is better to think what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So when you don't want to do, you narrow down on your options. And what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want to have reportees. So being working in corporate was ruled out totally. And this is the thing which was drawing me towards it. I thought, okay, let me give it a try. When I started writing my first book, I thought that I will write it I will give it a year, will take like a sabbatical, and then do a job. But the first book did well, people liked it. So I thought, okay, this is what nature wants me to do. So then that's how it is. So not an obstacle. In terms of experience, as you asked, I would say whatever you do, and this is my observation, you need throughout your life's journey a mentor. Somebody who can guide you, preferably a friend who is somebody out of your family, because family members tend to get a bit biased. So if you say, I want this, they will say, okay, theek hai, kar le. But if it is a friend who is very detached and who can give you a point blank, basically in a blunt way, so that is an experience. You should always find a person, whether it is from your family or outside, who can guide you whenever you need that support, because that gives you that confidence. Once you get that confidence, you do better. So that is my experience in terms of find a mentor, find a friend.
How do you foresee this book? How it is beneficial to the readers, future writers? Any inspiration or any tips that they can draw from your writing? Or if you would have any significant tips that you would wish to share with the writers who are thinking of writing in this genre or in fiction?
So I will divide your questions into two halves. The first is, what will people learn from this book?
Yes.
As I told you, that this is the genre which requires a lot of, your skills are tested here.
Yes.
Your craft needs to improve. So if you are, so I wanted myself that my craft, because my other books did not challenge the craft so much. It challenged the creativity part only. Here, along with creativity, you need to have your craft you have to be on your toes, basically, on this. Because, as I said, you are feeling fear, but there is no logic behind it. You're just sitting in the room alone and you're feeling that something is wrong. So there's something to quantify that something is a difficult job. So that is one of the things. Basically, it was written for entertainment, this one.
Yes.
Whereas, I generally write books which is not totally for entertainment. So one of my books talks about, it is a fiction, but there's an underlying message saying that we can fool maybe everyone in this world, but we cannot fool ourselves.
Yes.
That is one. The second one talked about that you may be very righteous, you may be very good in your thoughts, but if you're in the wrong company, then you need to suffer. So that is this one was more for the thrill of it, and just for the new readers to see how the craft works in this genre. That was the only reason for writing this book. Horror is close to me. I like horror stories, so that is also one reason.
Okay. And about the second part of the question, that what tips would you like to share with the newbies who want to enter this field of writing, or who really aspire to be authors, published authors in this domain?
Okay, again, there are two sections to this question. One is the technical part of it, the other one is the creative part of it. The technical part, I would always say that if you really want to write, then first you read. At least one book a month, minimum. should be there, irrespective of the number of pages, and across genre. So it should be fiction, non-fiction. It can be autobiographies, particularly, which I like. So you read. So that gets your thoughts moving. You get into a flow. You get into a zone when you read.
Yes.
The second thing when you read is because you are reading the best minds. So suppose you are reading a Dominic Lapierre or reading a Ruskin Bond or Eric Segal. So basically what you are doing is you are interacting with them in a very indirect way. So suddenly you are surrounding yourself with very intelligent people. So then your thought process also becomes a bit more. So reading is one. Second is I will tell the new authors to start with short stories. Because if they start thinking of writing a 300 or 400 page novel, to maintain that continuity, it becomes a bit difficult.
Yes.
Now my first was a 300, 400 page novel, 350 page. But I was with those characters for a long time. But if you are just starting to write, I think the best way to start with short stories. You gain confidence. It's like driving. Slowly you drive in and then slowly you get into that. But if you have some character and you strongly think about it, then you can anyway go towards a full-fledged. So reading, number one. Number two is writing short stories. This is the technical part of it. The creative part is about, again, a bit of philosophy. Begin with the end of mind. You begin with the end in mind. So when I write my chapters, my last chapter or last whatever I write is always in the first, because I know where I want to go from here. So begin with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey used to say. And then what I would say is it is better to, it is not necessary to be very confident while you write, or your craft has to be very good, but you need to have absolute clarity of what you are going to do. So anybody who has clarity, irrespective of any profession, writing anyway, it is very important. Then you need to have very much clarity on this is what I want to do. I would also say that for the parents of these kids, today is anyway National Youth Day also.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, today is Vivekananda's birthday. So parents also need to support to some extent.
Yes.
Because I know there are a lot of good writers, good creative people, but somehow they feel that parents are not supporting them the way they want to know, want to be supported. So as long as they also get that support, have that clarity, and the other thing is a lot of people come to me and say, I don't know the language well. Yes. Writing is not about the language. That is what I always tell people. Writing is about thinking.
Yes.
Otherwise, you always used to see earlier that you used to go to the post office 50 years back, and then you used to say, I want to write a letter to one of my relatives, and that guy used to write a letter for you. So that is the writing part, that is the execution.
Yeah.
But the thinking, that flow, is something which is very much required.
Yes.
So begin with the end in mind, and keep reading, keep writing short stories, and I think try to, once you love something, you will definitely start doing well in those things.
Yes. So
don't compare yourself with others, because if you start comparing, then it becomes a bit.
Plus creativity or the way of writing, the writing style, that is very subjective, and if one has creativity, then it comes onto paper. And as you rightly mentioned, that it is not about writing. It can be a simple writing, but if one feels the punch out of that simple writing also, that does the job.
Right.
How would you term success in the field of literature? How do you term that? How do you define it?
Success in the field of writing particularly,
yes,
irrespective of anything you do, the first thing about success is you have to really get a kick when you are doing that job. It can be a corporate life also. But if you are really enjoying going to office every day in a 9-to-5 job, great. Mostly what happens is it doesn't happen like that, because the continuity is difficult to maintain, because ultimately you are into business. In creativity, that becomes much more easier when you have said, okay, let me do something which I want to do, because nobody forces you to do something, forces you to be a writer. It is your choice.
Yeah.
So just follow that dream, follow that, get yourself into a zone. I know that when you write, it happens with me that I get, you can say, detached with my family,
Mm-hmm.
and that is okay, because every profession has a hazard.
Yeah.
So this is
This
how
is-
it is. So it is
yeah.
okay. If you want to do it, something driving you, just do it. And don't put a lot of pressure on yourself saying, "Arey yaar, main likh nahi pa raha hu," because the intention is to have a pleasant mind.
Yes.
If you are putting pressure on yourself saying that I'm not able to write today, or I'm suffering from a writer's block or something,
Mhm.
it is okay. It is okay. Watch some Netflix movies that day, maybe, when you are so. Yeah. So for me, success is how long I can keep my mind pleasant throughout. If I'm able to do, say, that 75 to 80% of my life, in whatever I do, I will consider myself successful. If my mind is pleasant, if I'm not bothered much about what others are doing,
Yes.
and if I'm able to keep that level of detachment, I think for me that is success.
Great to know your thoughts, sir, and also the inputs that you shared with our future writers, and also your beautiful definition of success. To conclude, I would say that White Falcon Publishing is really happy to have published Mr. Suman Mukherjee's book, which is in the horror genre. And as he rightly mentioned, that this genre, it has a different art or craft that is involved. And in India, you would see that there are not many writers who take up this challenging genre. Mostly, fiction might be one aspect, but horror is a very different game altogether. And we wish Mr. Suman Mukherjee great success, and we hope that the readers, they like his writing and all the future writings that he would bring us with. In the end, what would you like to convey to the readers, to the audience?
Read this book, because this book is going to whatever proceeds comes from it goes to one of the foundations, as I had already mentioned before, so which looks after children. This has been a tough year. Last year has been a tough year. So if you read it, somebody gets benefited, that to young children. So that will be satisfying for me as well as for you as a reader, for me as a writer, for you as a reader. And so just go and read the book, enjoy.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.